It's been a long time since we've done a Callous Tuesday video. We used to do them all the time, but there came a point where it was just too hard to do the videoing in the office for a while, but we're back at it. So today I put together 3 of our patients that have very different kinds of feet, and it's just 20 minutes of calluses. So I really hope that you enjoy our video today.
Okay, so did this suddenly get super painful?
Matter of fact,
It's been on there for a while. I guess as long as it stayed on there, it started getting worse.
It's been a month.
More than that.
I know you worried me.
So right around the time that you should have been in to see my partner for your regular...
Well, that's been a long time.
Well, you had been coming in every 3 months. And it's been 4 months since we've seen you. Okay.
You just got where live at. Unless you take your toe off. I thought I chopped his old foot out last night.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Not trying to hurt
for a
you.
while.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to try a different kind of blue. At your age, you would know. Because a lot of this looks like it could be psoriasis type scaling. You know, like this. But you would know if you had it. I think these are just very dry. All right, let's try this one. I can't believe this one isn't even more painful.
I'll do that one on this side.
And the skin is so hard.
See, I told you. Told me to take the hash and chop them all off.
Well, that's an option.
Nah, I was just kidding. Then I'd be really messed up. I had to pick them up. Oh no. I got 9.5 toes. I can't pick you up. We both fall.
I did take that toe off of your foot, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
It was your right foot, correct?
Correct. And I give you praise for it too. I said, look, it wasn't his, so I said, I did. I thought, boss, come out and look. Put me to sleep, let y'all know. Gone.
Yeah.
Say either the toe or the foot. I said, no, take the toe.
Yeah. Good choice.
But it's doing good. I just got the prophecy in them now, in my legs.
You got what?
The prophecy. You know what it is.
Prophecy.
It's where they ache and shooting pain every now and then.
Oh. Okay. Claudication, we call it.
Claudication.
Claudication is when you have pain in your legs at night or while you're trying to walk. Are you still smoking up a storm?
No.
No? Okay, well, that's the first thing. Then, if you want, I would be happy to send a referral to get all that checked out and see if those vessels can be opened back up. Because probably you've got your blood vessels are blocked from the smoking. Okay.
Yeah. How far I gotta go?
Well, the one guy I'm using is at the University of Minnesota. The guys who I used to use, one moved out to Maplewood, and one is in Blaine. What part of town do you live in?
North side.
Okay.
Glasses with light.
Yeah. Tells you when the camera's working. So this looks a whole lot better than it did.
I bet you don't feel better.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, before I put, oh, you know what? I didn't smooth out the nails. Hang on. So I'm gonna put a little pad around each of these calluses to help take the pressure off. So these will feel needs to feel better with you walking out than it did coming in.
There you go.
So.
Also saw that you have an x-ray you need to do. So if you need to run out, let me know. Any other big ones that you know are bothersome?
Just the heels and the sides there.
Okay.
Both sides, the insides and the outsides.
Okay. Yeah, right where the shoes rub. Let's see what's over here. Really not much on this side. It's more right here. So I'll have you sit back up and I'll get some more of those. But when I have you like that. Okay, I'm just gonna use the sander to smooth them down a little bit.
Okay, so the one right here, I still want to trim it more. I don't see how we would be able to get that on camera, so we'll do that and let our camera person go.
Okay.
So thank you for letting her do the video.
You bet.
What kind of work do you do?
Work in the schools.
Okay.
Right. So,
Are you like a super...
one of the deans of students.
Dean,
more or less,
yeah, okay,
it's a
yeah.
Common.
Well, what are you going to do with yourself with all that free time?
Well, I've been saying, everything and anything I want to, for starting out, I think that's kind of what I'll just feel it and then, look into doing something I like to do, leisurely, that type of thing.
Do you like travel, reading
I'm not a big
books?
traveler guy, although a group of guys are going to graduate, as I call it, the same time. Graduate. We're going to go to Arizona for about a week and do a
Nice.
little golfing. And then,
So when is this retirement?
I had planned on doing it in November, then I pushed it back, and they said, "Come, stay a little bit longer, stay a little bit." So I keep on pushing it back, but it's probably before March.
Okay, so before the end of the school year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that they can actually throw you a retirement party?
Yeah, I'm having it done next month, actually.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, what I mostly hear from retired patients is, I don't know how I had time to do anything when I was no, I'm busier now than I was when I was working. How did I even have time to work?
Yeah, I heard the same thing. We had our holiday party, and all the retirees, a lot of the retirees come back.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. I was just talking to one of the teachers, and she was saying, I am busier than ever. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. So the exact same words.
I hate that I'm at the age where peers are retiring.
Yeah.
That was always just for old people.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. It's kind of like, man, that's why I keep on putting my toe out, and I kind of bring it back in, put it out. I'm apprehensive but excited at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Well earned.
Develop minds at a young age.
Well, thank goodness there are people like you out there working with these kids. It's I was a teacher in the 80s, and at that point I said, we're given all this responsibility and no authority with which to carry any of it out. So I was glad to get out of it after only 2 years and go to med school, but I give you guys a lot of credit for continuing to work. And it wasn't even the kids, it was the parents and the administrators. And
I agree. It's magnified, that's for sure, in terms of parents. And, they're worse than their kids. You expect that from the kids, but not the parents.
Yeah.
We're trying to educate your child, so we need every energy, every foresight, every decision that you make.
Cooperation.
Cooperation. It helps us work with them effectively.
Yeah. Nope, I don't have it, and the parents come in with the, I don't have to do anything, that's your job attitude.
Yeah.
Or one parent, again, this was back in the 80s, who, when I called her because her son was failing my class, only because he slept through class and never turned in an assignment. And she said, well, you obviously don't know how to teach my gifted child. Here's a book I want you to read. And I'm like, well, that's not the issue.
That's not the issue.
But I was told by the other faculty not to argue with her.
Yeah.
So.
And goes nowhere with some of them, for sure.
Yeah, he was basically coming to my class stoned every day.
Sure.
In 9th grade.
That's the real issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today, the vapes are just the big issue. So easy for them to bring those into school. So this is middle school again.
Why?
You got 6th graders vaping, and some of them are marijuana vapes. You can't tell, you don't smell it like you used to with marijuana, and you go, okay, now I know this is who's doing it. Now it's like, wow, that's a pretty perfume.
That's crazy that's your issue in middle school.
Yeah, in middle school.
What are you guys doing about cell phones at your school?
So the same thing that everyone is trying to do. We've been on it for a while, but they have a 1, 2, 3, 4 policy, basically.
Which is what?
if they're on their phone, take it, they get it back. They're on it again, take it, call parent, on it again, take it. Parent has to come and pick it up a fourth time. They cannot have the phone at school.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds, yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a big deal, you know, as far as, we had, I'll just give you one example. Just this past week, we had a young lady that was in school detention, basically, because her other friend were in the bathroom vaping. So the young lady had a consequence, and that consequence was that she was in all-day suspension. Once she goes in there, she gets on her Chromebook and starts sending messages and her phone to the student. I'm going to beat you up and blah, 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 because you told them. You know, so all those kind of things are happening. It was just crazy.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who has no trouble disciplining other people's children. And I remember in middle school when a young girl did that to my daughter, and I copied and pasted what she sent to her, and sent it to the mother. And that was that. But or there was another a boy who was sending stuff, and I copied and pasted it and sent it to his dad, and his Facebook account was gone the next day. So, all right.
Cooperation.